Dr. Ramani just released a video called "Evil is Not the Right Word" and narcissists are not evil monsters. And you should not watch it. Not because it's wrong, which she is dead wrong in the video, but mostly because she drones on for 17 minutes, wasting your time while not presenting any good argument for why we shouldn't call narcissists exactly what they are, which is evil and wicked. By dictionary definition, a evil person is someone who is cruel in their intent. A person who takes pleasure in someone else's suffering would be evil. A person who doesn't care if what they do or say causes another person suffering could also be described as cruel or evil. So therefore, a narcissist is a wicked person because they practice harming others, hurting others emotionally, at minimum, without any remorse for what they're doing. They don't try to change, they don't try to take accountability, and they don't feel bad. They do not have empathy for people's suffering. Therefore, the way that they operate is a pattern of behavior that can be described as wickedness. It is willful. It is not just out of ignorance. And despite how compulsive it may be for them, they have free will like all humans. They don't have to harm if they don't want to. They choose to. That is wicked. And so it is appropriate to use the word evil when referring to narcissists. But unfortunately, Dr. Ramani has joined the great gaslighting of victims and survivors of abuse by telling you that you're being too harsh to use that terminology to describe them, even though that description is accurate. Her best argument is essentially that since narcissists are nice sometimes, it will confuse you to try to call them evil because you'll be seeing them be nice and then you'll be confused because why are they nice right now if they're supposed to be evil? So she says, don't force yourself to call them evil. That argument makes no sense because a person should understand that niceness does not negate wickedness. Just because someone appears to be nice or is nice at times, it doesn't mean in any way that they're not evil. And most people understand that evil people can be nice sometimes, that wicked people can be nice or seem nice or act nice. People aren't that dumb, and those who don't understand that can be taught that. And it's our job to teach them that when a person is presenting themselves as being nice, that may be a tactic of a wicked person. In fact, most wicked people don't come out and say, "Hi, I'm horrible." Most of them will actually hide behind a facade or a mask and at times do things that could be considered nice. But that does not negate wickedness. In fact, niceness is not even a quality of the righteous. I repeat, niceness is not a righteous quality. In the dictionary, niceness is associated with being pleasing, as in people pleasing, as in being deceptive and putting on a mask to manipulate the perception of other people. Being nice is related to being fake or having a facade. And everything you do that's considered a nice gesture is not necessarily evil. But when you do something nice, it certainly doesn't mean that you're definitely not evil. Evil people use niceness as a facade, as a way of fooling you. By the way, kindness is the quality that righteous people ascribe to. That doesn't come from a falseness or a pleasing. It comes from a generosity and an abundance. Dr. Ramani, however, says that saying that they're evil would be too extreme, and you're using extreme language in that case. But I would say to that, there's no distortion. Since by dictionary definition, a narcissist could be described as an evil person, along with their psychopathic counterparts, and when they become psychopathic and sociopathic, they are being wicked. Those are psychopath and sociopath are just terms for narcissists that psychologists use to describe when it has crossed beyond what they can just deem as a simple social personality disorder, and it's because it's become so antisocial that it's wicked, because they now are started breaking laws or doing something that's so extreme. But it's just the same thing, as she describes in the video, essentially, as what you're seeing in a narcissist, that lack of empathy, that lack of accountability, that lack of concern for how they're harming other people. So yes, they are wicked. No, it's not extreme to call a narcissist what they actually are, just like it's not extreme to call 9/11 a terrible tragedy, because that's what it was. So just because you use extreme language doesn't mean that you're being distorted in saying it that way. So yes, unfortunately, Dr. Ramani, I am calling for you to take down your harmful video of misinformation. Not to mention it's not good, since you rambled for most of the video, to be frank. And so please just take it down. You can read your comment section of the comments that your staffers liked in your name, and the comments will tell you, no, narcissists are wicked.